Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Lionel. I'm your host for LT Productions, and you are watching I Watch You Watch. We are covering Tyler Perry's Sistas. This is season 7, episode 10. Next week is the finale, and tonight started some explosive things. I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Please like this video, and also you can subscribe to my channel, and you can leave your comments below. All right, so we start off with Andy and Jordan. They're in their love bubble, blah, 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 blah. And of course, there's a news uh, bulletin about the whole Jordan update on his case. Basically, the girl lied, and Andy was like, wait, are they outside my apartment and all this good stuff? I don't know why they would travel to Andy's apartment, but whatever. Didn't get that type of hotline. But of course, it was kind of like a PTSD kind of moment, but they're just glad that it's over. It's kind of hard for the audience because the drama lasted for 2 episodes, basically, and now we're like, oh, okay. We didn't get to live in the drama. We didn't know who the woman was or anything. It was just a lie, and the lie didn't really make sense. And why would you tell the same lie or the same stuff that the other guy, his opponent, was just accused of? You mean the only thing that people know how to do is sleep with underage women? That's all the politicians know how to do? Like something else from his past, but Gary, your stuff, you were whack and weak. Like your stuff wasn't even solid. So that was that on that. In the Taylor's home, Fatima's trying to get things together because Michael is kind of making a mess in the living room. His communicative skills are at a low. Fatima's trying to talk to him, and she's being very gentle with him. All of a sudden, Zach comes in, and he's stressed the F out. Now, last episode, it was raindrops and dewdrops from what's this? Oh, trying to think of these are a few of my favorite things. That movie. The hills are alive with the sound of music. Sound of music. So everything's, I'm having a baby. I'm having 2. Oh, we're going to do this. We're planning the future. And now reality has set in. And now how I'm going to pay my bills. Baby need a new pair of shoes. Jesus gonna work it out if you let him. That problem that I had, I just couldn't seem to solve. But now reality has set in with Mr. Zachary Taylor. I wish he would kind of acknowledge Fatima in this moment, like, babe, you were right, or something. But hey, it was just a total flip in this episode. So we got to see what's up with him. So he's like, I got to take care of this therapy bill, school, and Fatima's like, I'll take care of that. You know, even though I think that was pretty cool, but it's kind of like, if you're stressing, I know how I feel. If you're stressing about bills in front of me, especially my bill, then okay, let me just take care of it. That's kind of, and I probably shouldn't handle it that way because it can be quite prideful. But look, you got your stuff over here to worry about. Then he's talking about this other kid that's coming up out of Karen. Like, no, 2 kids, Zach. Remember, you put 2 of them in her. Remember, you were just excited about that? Now. So I think basically he left. He had to go handle some things. We're going to find out what he had to handle in just a minute. Danny, she's spending time with Tony's children. And Tony's children are taking her through. They're at that wise guy stage where they're reading you for filth and also playing games with you. So they basically suckered her out of money and all of that because she was like, I want to be your friend. Well, our friends pay us this. Da 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 da. Tony finally arrives and basically like, oh, they suckered you out of this. Da 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 da. She's like, yeah, let me go. Oh, Danny. I think Fatima and Danny are probably my favorite people on this show. Maurice too, because he's just stupid. He's just crazy. Sabrina calls Andy. They check in with each other. Sabrina is about to go through a cycle of IVF. Basically, it changes your hormone. It shifts your hormones in order for an egg to drop and all that good stuff. I was like, IVF, are you about to? She said she's gonna freeze them, so I was like, are you about to inject yourself to get pregnant? But I think she's got to do all that to get some viable eggs out of her. She's feeling alone in this whole process. Andy was trying to encourage her about that, but then she's also has this meeting with her boss in regards to her promotion, I think, as branch manager. And we can skip over to that. The lady, her boss, meets with her and says, when we're thinking about having you on as a branch manager, there are some people that are kind of concerned as far as your leadership ability because of your past. And then I'm so glad that Sabrina clocked the FN and said, wait a minute, people have all of these questions. Now, as far as my past, it's all been proven a lie. And I've had to come in here and deal with the embarrassment and all of that. And I think that I've proven myself. And it's just BS for you guys to treat me this way and consider all of this stuff. So the boss ended up saying, you know what, you're right. Let me talk a little bit more about this and then I'll get back to you with it. Basically, Sabrina put herself back in the running and wasn't going to just play the foolishness that's going on. All right, so Zach, he ends up going to Gary. Zach ended up giving Gary his money to invest, at least in the beginning. I have a feeling that's what happened on Zatima last season, but that was more Bryce's doing. Of course, I look at them as two different universes, but it looks like they're kind of catching up simultaneously, but whatever. So he's there and just demanding that I want my money back. And Gary's like, I'm not giving it to you. Zach ends up pulling a gun on him and fighting him, punching him. And then Zach said, you know what, you're not even worth it, but I do want my money back. So he leaves or whatever. I don't know if he's going to get his money back, but Gary has been very crazy about all of his investments. I mean, Zach, you're going to have to read more of the news. Gary's with the FBI. He's going to take everything you got at this point. So I don't know what you're going to do, son, but your money is good as gone. Who's next? Who should we talk about? Karen, of course, is at the salon, and Pam is running her crazy. They're now getting calls at the salon about Pam's product that she has. And Sabrina's like, you need to call her on your own. Don't call at the shop, blah, 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 blah. She gets a call from the doctor and basically saying that they need to see her real quick. And they said that the babies are fine, but there's something going on with the amniotesis. The babies are fine, but something's going on with the DNA. What does that mean, ma'am? Or doctor? So whatever is happening is happening. Later on the episode at night, Karen's at her shop, and Trey, the UPS guy, comes in and scares Karen. And I guess the door was unlocked or whatever, but she says, I guess that was Pam that did that. Trey calms her down, and I think that they were going to go do something together. Most of the girls get together. On the flip side, the guys get together. Tony, Jordan, and Rich. And they kind of just switch off in stories and their experiences right now. Jordan was like, I need you two men to get it together because I'm sick of hearing of you guys' stuff that's going on in your relationships. Jordan says, he told Andy he loved her. Andy said, he told me he loved her. And he's like, did you tell her? Did she tell you? Like, no. She's like, I think I'm moving in that place, as far as what Andy was saying. Well, Andy was just 2 days ago about to drop you, Jordan. So I don't know what's going on with this relationship, but it's quite crazy, in my opinion. So that was kind of that on that. Just the guys and the girls exchanging information on their guys, on their significant others. Da, 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 da. Andy, she meets up with the billionaire, and she says, that there's a question concerning some moral stuff about you, Andy, and I might need I need 2 lawyers, and there's someone else that I may be looking into, which is our dude Hayden. And of course, Andy is flipping out about that. She's like, I can handle it on my own. But I don't know about that. So after the meeting, of course, Andy and Hayden, they meet up, and all they got is all this hate for each other. And he's taunting her about being co-lawyers in this whole situation. And he's also gloating that he will be partner and all this good stuff. So we shall see what happens in this whole situation. Zach goes home, tells Fatima what happened. He never told her about the investing in Gary. Of course, she had something to say about that, but in the long run, he already said, he pulled a gun on him and demanded the money. And she said, do I need to call my cousin? Madam? And Zach said, no, we're going to just leave it there. We ain't going that far. That was kind of the end of the scene with the Taylors. Let's see what's next or last. Penelope goes and visits Gary and confronts him about his past girlfriend. She's demanding all these answers. He ends up telling her to leave it alone and get out of his office and all this good stuff, and he ends up throwing her to the floor. There's blood all over the floor. Penelope, Andy told you to start packing up and running. He's a dangerous person. I don't know why they used her as a casualty at this point. No, because obviously that baby is in critical condition or possibly unalived after all of this. That was the cliffhanger at the end of the episode. I think I said everything that happened in the episode, but you guys can remind me in the comments below. But let me know about this, what about this last night's episode and how you feel about certain things. I wish Penelope wasn't used in the way that she was used, but he's quite dangerous. Somebody said something. I think Sabrina said that Gary's kind of reminded her of like a Jeffrey Dahmer. Basically. Oh, Maurice went out with his guy Quentin, I think his name is, or it starts with a Q. But somebody is recognizing him from his online personality and basically like, no, back up. Like, let's not do that. But dude had a problem with it and he ended up leaving. I hate that for them, but I mean, you started something and you're kind of going to have to deal with it a little bit. And guess what? That's how you met him. So it's kind of like, you're going to have to deal with it a little bit. I think his name is Quentin. I think. Anyways, that was it for this episode. I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Next week's the finale. I'm still waiting for a Fatima trailer, or a Zatima trailer, but even though we're waiting for a trailer, on BET they're playing Zatima, but they're still on the first half of season 2. I don't know if they're going to get through season B before they give us season 3 on BET Plus. I don't know, but I need the trailer pretty quickly. I appreciate everyone for coming to my channel. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and also leave your comments below. Until the next one, peace.